Hello students, welcome to my channel. In my previous video, I taught you about what is language, what is literature, what is literary device, and I told you that these were very important topics to understand your literature book. I hope you all have watched that video, but if you don't, you should watch that video first. Today, I'll teach you the first chapter of your English literature book, and the name of this chapter is A Letter to God. It is written by G.L. Fuentes. I have divided the whole chapter into 3 parts, and this is part first. So, throughout the video, we'll discuss about the author, and then I'll explain the story, and at last we'll discuss some questions as well. But before starting the chapter, I would like to inform you that if you want to watch this video in Hindi, अगर आप इस वीडियो को हिंदी में देखना चाहते हैं तो उस वीडियो का लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया गया है. So let's start. First of all, we'll discuss about the writer G.L. Fuentes. His full name was Gregorio Lopez Fuentes. He was a Mexican writer. He was born on 17th November 1895 in Veracruz, Mexico, and he was died on 10th December 1966 in Mexico City. He was one of the most important chroniclers of Mexican Revolution. Chroniclers means recorder of history. So the person who records an important event. He started writing at the age of 15 when the revolution began. He worked as a teacher of literature in Mexico City as well. His stories were seen as exciting, humorous, and symbolic of Mexico. In this story, he has tried to portray a person who has immense faith in God. The name of that person is Lencho. Lencho is the protagonist, the main character of this story. Unfortunately, his crops get destroyed due to hailstorm, and in that condition he writes a letter to God asking for 100 pesos, and we can say that Lencho has a complete faith in God. Besides this chapter, this story also talks about the condition of the farmer. There was a time when farmers totally depended on rain for irrigation. Even at present, this problem has not been sorted out completely. Besides, there was not any facility of crop insurance in case of any damage. Therefore, in any adverse situation, farmers' only hope was to pray to God. So now, does Lencho's letter reach God? Does God send him the money? We'll get to know the answer of these questions after going through the story. So let's start. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. Crest means top of a hill. As you can see in the picture, there is a house which is situated on the top of the hill, and it is the single house in the entire valley. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers that always promised a good harvest. Harvest means farming output. It means whenever somebody saw from the top of the hill, he could see the river which was flowing through the foothills, as you can see in the picture, and the ripe corn field which was dotted with flowers. It means the condition of the cornfield was quite good. So everyone could assume that the owner of the field was going to get a good harvest that year. So I hope you know what a corn is. If you don't, look at this picture. This is the picture of a corn. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour, or at least a shower. Downpour means a heavy rain, and shower means a light rain. So at that time, the earth, it means the field, the cornfield needed a heavy rain, and if heavy rain was not possible, then a light rain would be suffice for getting a good harvest. Throughout the morning, Lencho, who knew his fields intimately means closely. Lencho, the farmer, the protagonist, and the owner of the field, he knew his fields closely, and that's why he was expecting rain. So he did nothing but looking towards the sky in the northeast direction, since he knew that clouds will come from northward direction. Now we are really going to get some water, woman. The woman who was preparing supper replied, yes, God willing. So here, woman means Lencho's wife, and supper means dinner, evening meal. So he says to his wife that they are going to get some rain. And the woman who was preparing, his wife who was preparing supper, she replied back that if God wants, they will get rain. The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house, until the woman called to them all, come for dinner. So among Lencho's children, the older boys were working in the field, whereas the smaller boys were playing near the house. And when their mother called them, they all came for having dinner. It was during the meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. Predicted means forecasted. So as Lencho forecasted, rain started to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. Approaching means coming nearer. So as you can see in the video, the clouds are looking like huge mountains. So the narrator has compared here the clouds with mountains, and those clouds were coming nearer towards the Lencho's house. The air was fresh and sweet. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. When he returned, he exclaimed, these aren't raindrops falling from the sky, they are new coins. So Lencho, the man who was expecting rain, he got very happy. When rain started, he got very, very happy, and he wanted to feel that pleasure. So he got out from the house to have the pleasure of feeling the raindrops on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, he compared those raindrops with new coins, since he knew that he was going to get a good harvest this year, and ultimately that harvest will be converted into money. That's why he was comparing those raindrops with new coins. And he says the big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5s. So again, you can clearly see the example of metaphor. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers trapped in a curtain of rain. Since he was very satisfied, and wrapped means covered, so that's why he was looking towards the ripe corn field, which was covered with rain at that time. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. It truly did resemble new silver coins. While exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the falling stones. Again, you can see that unfortunately a strong wind began to blow. It rained hailstones. As you can see, what a hailstone is. So they started falling, and they truly resemble means same look, like new silver coins. As you can see, these are looking like silver coins. The boys exposing themselves to the rain ran out to collect the falling balls. Again, falling balls have been compared with hailstones. "It's really getting bad now," exclaimed the man. "I hope it passes quickly." It did not pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. "So it's really getting bad," exclaimed the man. Lencho said, "because it was not good for his crops, and he hoped that it would pass quickly, but it did not pass quickly." So the entire area was filled with hailstones, and as you can see in the picture, the area looking like as a salt field. This is the example of simile, as. Here the narrator has used as for comparison, so it is the example of simile. So as you can see, the entire area converted into a salt field. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, "A plague of locusts would have left more than this. The hail was left nothing. This year we will have no corn." So plague means a disease, and locusts, insects which fly in big swarms. Swarms means groups, and destroys crops. So look at the picture of a locust. These always fly in groups. A close picture of a locust. It is a grasshopper. So it always flies in a group, and it always destroys the whole crops. Okay, so not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants, and Lencho was very, very unhappy. His heart got filled with sadness. And when storm had passed, he was standing in the middle of the field and said to his sons that a plague of locusts, here a plague of locusts has been compared with the hailstorm, would have left more than this. The hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn. Now dear students, we'll discuss questions. The first question is, what did Lencho hope for? So the answer is quite easy. But before discussing answers, I want to tell you one thing. Please don't try to copy answers. You should write your answer in your own language. Here I'm only discussing. So what did Lencho hope for? Lencho hoped for a good rain. Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? Lencho was expecting rain, which would help him in getting a good harvest, and at last good harvest would change into money. Therefore, when rain started, he got very happy and compared those raindrops with new coins which he got after a good harvest. Third question, how did the rain change? What happened to Lencho's fields? After the beginning of rain, a strong wind began to blow, and along with rain, very large hailstones started falling, and they completely destroyed the crop. In last question, what were Lencho's feelings when the hail stopped? Lencho was totally upset, and his soul was full of sadness as his crop was completely destroyed. According to him, a plague of locusts would have left more than this. So dear students, I hope you have enjoyed my class, and If you have liked my video, please like this video, and thanks for watching. Thank you so much. 1 minute. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Thank you again.